start time?
We starting.
What are we starting?
Well, actually, we're continuing.
Darn. Where did we leave off?
Fuck if I remember.
We were talking to an AI about... No, was it the adoption? Was the adoption some of the last stuff we talked about?
Mm-hmm.
One of the Smiths...
Oh, the,
slept with,
quote-unquote adoption.
Yes.
I mean, it is his daughter.
Yeah, well... They're fooling everyone into thinking it's the wife's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's some of the last stuff we did.
Mm-hmm.
Are we running out of things to show, Mute?
Not really. I'm kind of curious, like, if we go to her again, I think she's just gonna tell us it's like, it's for, the other girl.
Yeah, it's for,
Hyune, I think was her name?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, we'd have to turn her off in order to get to the other AI, so...
We'd have to disable her, shut off the core, enable the other core.
Yeah. Complicated stuff, basically.
A lot of typing.
A lot of work.
Yeah, it is effort. It's a lot of effort. But we should at some point hear the other stuff. We should probably at some point hear the, like, the responses to all of this.
Yeah? Asking for these? Yeah, no.
Did we?
I don't think we did.
I feel like we did some of them.
I don't think so.
I don't remember. It's been a bit.
Oh, I don't really know anything about this Kim Young-suk. I only knew about men who are actually of some importance. I don't think I can help you there, sorry.
Oof.
Harsh.
Oof.
Actually. Okay, yeah, no. Abased? Seriously? What a complete and utter misrepresentation. In case it wasn't obvious, yes, that's a completely liberal and messed up translation. Yes, it's a common phrase, but that's not what it means. What it really just means is male superiority. That's all. Fine, it's a cliche that kind of states the obvious, so what? I don't know where she's pulling this women are abased nonsense from. It's stupid.
It's kinda true, though.
Try telling me that.
I can't, because I'm not the one controlling the screen, and also, she can't hear me.
She can't hear me either. Ugh, yeah, what a mess. Leave it to her to clutter things up with useless names. It's no surprise coming from someone as childish as her, of course. Oh, that didn't get us anything.
Useless names.
Yep. Yeah, family tree has useless names. Didn't you know?
Well. Hi, hat.
Hello. It is funny that you always read it that way.
Because whenever I see it, I hear knocked.
But it's funny because Heck wasn't even here for knocked.
Heck wasn't here for knocked. So Heck doesn't know my slow southern drawl voice. That I did way too often.
Because you were the primary antagonist?
Yeah. And even though
Did we
it's
show
not
her any of these?
voice, I know we sent. I think we've sent Straight to Hell to her. Do at least use my real name. Send that one.
That's what I was thinking. The Pale Bride. Why are you showing me this? Pity?
No, curiosity.
Oh, good, because she doesn't deserve it. I don't have anything else to say about her.
Gosh dang it. He keeps showing me stuff about her, and I just keep not caring. Look, I'll help you find whatever you're looking for, but unless the thing you're looking for is melodramatic bullshit, you're not gonna find it in anything about the Pale Bride. Except you're calling her a mass murderer, and that's kind of the thing we want to investigate. So actually... No! We probably have to switch over to open up some documents from her point of view, to open up stuff from Mute. Because I assume some of the questions are going to open up some stuff. So I guess we're switching over. Unless there's anything else you want to try real quick.
I want to try leaving the ship. We'll just download our shit and get the fuck out.
But I want to know about the mass murder.
Fine. We could do that in a different playthrough.
But murder
has already been done, so it's not as fun.
Yeah, but like, how did she murder everybody? Why did she murder everybody?
Are you still unclear on why that she murdered everybody?
Okay, how did she murder everybody? Did she shut off the life support system or something?
Let me get the commands list.
We have to disable you. Star.
Yeah, it's because I forgot the word AI first. Why can't this operate like the actual help thing? Where you would type the program and then help instead of the other way around.
Because that's too easy. Also, yeah, the music is kind of cool, just the ominous sitting in front of the terminal.
Space. Space is spoopy.
Terminals are the spoopiest.
Yep, totally. So here's the warning.
Well, we've already disabled one core, so what's the worst that will happen?
We fuck up both of them.
What's the worst that would happen?
We fuck up both of them, download the shit, and get the fuck out of here.
That's not the worst.
Huh?
Okay, fair, that is the worst. Because we don't find out about the mass murder. Well, we've already disabled one of them, so let's disable this one.
Sorry, Mute.
Now let's enable core 2.
Already on it. Yes, there was a mass murder of everybody on the ship.
And the person who did it is the AI.
Well...
Or who became an AI.
Oop. Doesn't like that.
Really?
I told you.
So she's just gone forever.
I mean, we've been on Cortu for a while. It's probably like the fact that time has passed and it said all data will degrade if unpowered.
Well,
actually, I have a...
sucks. Core 2 to Core 1.
I mean, actually, I don't know if it really matters, but
Probably, maybe if we had stored it.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
It did warn you. You made your choice a while back.
Well, no, because we had to disable that during the reactor overload.
Yes, and that was the choice. And I told you at the time it was the choice. Which one do you want to turn off? And you said, well, one of them's already disabled, so turn that one off.
Yes, but like...
It gave us the same warning back then. I told you. This shouldn't be a surprise right now. I told you about it. The terminal told you about it. Come on.
Yeah, but like... Still.
Oh no. The consequences it warned you about had consequences.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoever would have thought. I mean, I'm just thankful that it seems that we can get back to mute.
We're probably at a wall, though. I don't know how much else we can get.
Gonna try it again. Okay, so I can't help but notice that you had plenty of time, but never did go back to Hyune to get the whole story about the murders. Why is that? Is it because you don't believe me even enough to ask her? No, it's because she's shut off.
It's because she's gone forever.
Oh, well that's good. Do you think it's just not important enough to ask about then?
No, I want to know.
Oh, okay. I was hoping you'd say that honestly. All I can think then is that you'd rather just hear it from me. Am I right?
Oh, we can really...
Yes. We'd rather just hear it from her than from nothing, because Hyune's gone. Oh, alright. I just figured it's an awfully bold thing to claim about someone you've already met, so it's better to hear it from her directly. But if you do trust me, then sure.
I don't think I trust you.
Well, I guess there's not really much chance for asking her yourself now. I guess it'll have to be from me. So, I'll leave it up to you. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Okay then. I think you've made the right choice, but, well, no turning back now. You don't want to read all her diaries. It's just really grating whining. Even I couldn't bring myself to read much of it. But here, there's one in particular I think you should see, and I swear, this is her own words. Take a look at that one, and come back to me when you're done. I mean, it's the biased narrator thing, right?
Yeah.
Do we trust Mute? No, obviously she's biased and, like, extremely bigoted. Do we trust Hyune? No, she's the one who killed everybody. So, when these are our two narrators.
She's also creepily into you the second you show up.
Yep. Oh, fun.
Well then.
Well, Hyune, go.
I forget her voice. Dear Diary, I was far too feverish to do any real cooking, so my servant was doing all the work for me that night. When Father came in, I think he was drunk or maybe just tired or stupid. You know, child, he said to me, you grew up to be a wonderful daughter. I was shocked to hear him say that and waved my servant out of the kitchen. I'd never heard him even the slightest indication of that before. For the briefest moment, it even made me happy to hear that. That surprised me, that I actually felt that way. As a kid, I never would have wanted his approval. So why now?
8 pages.
Yeah!
It's okay, I had to do all the talking from you.
Yeah. He continued to make me wonder when he asked, do you remember what you were like as a child? I nodded, but I wasn't certain I did. You were so temperamental. You argued all the time. You didn't want to get married when the time came. You just didn't ever know your place, you know? That's right, I didn't. That was back when I thought there was a point to being defiant. Why was that, I wondered? That's the part that amazes me now. I tried to think of a reason why I might want to be defiant, why I valued independence. And at first, I couldn't even think of anything. I had forgotten entirely. Don't tell Young Suk, but it really scared me. You were always the family's best hope for prosperity. With that attitude of yours, I thought I'd never manage to disavow you of those crazy, uncivilized ideas of yours. He said, while I tried to think of what they were. There were times I thought it was a mistake to have hatched you, but you came through, you really did. I know it must have been painful, but I'm proud of you. Then he patted me on the head. You turned out to be a good girl. Ugh. That's all I wanted to say. It was hard raising you to be a proper woman, but you've turned out to be perfect. Thank you, he said.
Those crazy, uncivilized ideas of yours, such as women can read.
Women cannot want to get married. I stared, speechless, and I tried to remember. What crazy, uncivilized ideas was he talking about? Yes, a proper.
Yep, proper.
Lady.
Proper lady.
Thinking about it, thinking back to those days, or back to before I was frozen, I tried to remember. I had dreams of what adulthood would be, but they were so unimaginably different from what the reality turned out to be that they seemed impossible. Completely impossible. Nothing more than childhood fantasies without a shred of realism to them. Excuse me. I tried to think of what they were, to imagine them. In those dreams, I was strong, independent. I wasn't just a wife in those dreams. I had a job, working as the ship's engineer, following in the footsteps of my father, my real father. I wasn't married in those dreams. I was happy just to go on dates with boys my age in the ship's plaza and fall in love before making any commitments. I dreamed of being free. The more I thought about it, the more I was certain that's what those dreams were about. That's what I wanted. But father, Kim Jun-soo, Kim Jun-soo, rather, had made sure to disavow me of those notions. I learned to stop arguing, to stop trying to fight, to stop dreaming of those things. In other words, I learned how to be a proper woman.
A proper woman. No freedom, no job, no dates.
No love. And he was proud of that. Proud of destroying my dreams. Now I would die under the house of that man, silenced, broken, hopeless, and unloved. I was overwhelmed by the strongest feeling I had ever felt in my life. The deepest bitterness, the most powerful resentment I could imagine. I looked at the knife near my hand and wondered, could I kill him? Before I died, could I at least have justice? I tried to lift the knife. My hand twitched, and it was too hard to keep a grip. I was just too weak. I'd never be able to do it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They destroyed everything about me. Could I kill this one guy? Could I?
Nope, because she's suffering from an autoimmune disorder.
Yeah.
And seems to be on the brink of death.
He smiled at me and said, sorry, please, go ahead and keep cooking. I won't distract you more. Then, just as he was about to go out the door, he added, take care of yourself. At that moment, I vowed that I would. I wouldn't worry anymore about all those people who had hurt me. I'd take care of myself. I couldn't stab him to death. I was too weak for that. But then I remembered, there were other ways. If I disable life support, I can kill him and all others too. It'll be quick, it'll be easy, and not a one of them don't deserve it. All I'd need to disable it is the admin password. It's perfect.
Mute wants to say something. Well, okay then. So you've seen it all for yourself. In her words, no less. That bitch is just insane. Completely insane. So you see, that's why I hate her. She killed everyone.
Kill them all. Bye guys. Go trash out.
I mean, Hex would be right back.
That's what you think. No, I'm kidding.
Heck ran away because we're talking about mass murder.
I was gonna say something. I'm like, nope, I better not say it. I was gonna say the best kind of murder. No. No.
Not a one of them don't deserve it. She's like wrong, but not wrong.
I was about to say, like, I can't say she's totally wrong, but like also there's something that is just wrong about it.
Maybe the mass murder part?
Yeah! Like, not everyone on the ship deserves it.
Well, I can't say what else she went through.
We only saw that one.
I can't say because spoilers what else she went through.
Oh, are you saying we're going to play through this again to find out what else she went through?
I'm saying that if you really want to understand how and why she did it, well, you just got the how. But
I kind of do.
Huh?
I kind of do want to know why she did it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So, in that case...
I'm just like, so... She got married, a lot of stuff happened, the captain's wife hated her. Do we know if she had a kid?
Was she? Not that we've seen.
Because I know that's why they brought her on, was to have a son.
We're in the middle of the conversation, so I can't go back and check right now. But do you remember what year she got married? Or like what year she got quote unquote hatched?
No, off the top of my head, no. I feel like married was like 21 or 22. I feel like it was a year or two until everyone died.
No, because I think this one just now is from 322. And 322 is when everyone died, remember?
Okay. See, I feel like
because it's 9:44 now.
I feel like it was, she got married at 9:20 or 3:21.
In that case, it'd be kind of a little unlikely, right, that she would have had a child in that time.
I feel like she was, quote, hatched like 3:16 or 3:17.
I don't know. But
it was like...
Shall we continue, or should we wait for Heck?
It's up to you. Part of me's like, let's wait.
I'll bring up the next line and see how long it is. She killed my master, her husband, the emperor herself. She killed her own father, and she killed thousands of perfect strangers.
Yeah, that's the thing of, like, not everyone harmed her, I assume. That would be pretty hard.
In her perspective. I mean, in her perspective, it was the society as a whole. Therefore, yes, the society as a whole, I guess, needed to die. Or she wanted them to die.
Yes. Did everyone in that society need to die? No. No.
Some of them were just trying to make their living. The random waitress in the bar of whatever scene probably didn't need to die.
No.
But I mean, if you disable life support, it's kind of an all or nothing.
Yes.
From her perspective, everyone needed to die. Or deserved to, at least.
Did the captain and his wife need to die? She could probably find some justifiable reason for that in her own view. Could the people that, quote, hatched her die? I could see a justifiable reason for that in her own view. Did the Smiths need to die? From her view? Like, what did they do to her? Other than be a part of the society.
I mean, she's also what, like 16 or something?
I think she would have might have hit early. Maybe if in early 20s.
At this point, she might be like 18 or 20. I don't know. I have to check the thing.
I don't remember how old she was when she got suspended.
I think she was like 15 or something, if I remember right.
She might have hit 20.
No, she was definitely not 20. She was a child.
No, I meant she might have hit 20 by the time that diary
by this point
happened. Yeah.
We'll have to check.
Also, just part of me feels bad for her, and the other part of me is just like, no, you just murdered an entire society to get back at a few people. Like, no, screw you. I don't know how to feel. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
And we're hearing it from Mute, who obviously does not like her.
Yes, we only saw the one diary because she was like, nope, it's not worth seeing anything else.
I mean, Mute herself didn't even read all of them. So.
And even if she did, it's not like...
She wouldn't really feel sorry for her.
No. She would just be like, well, that's society is. She should have just accepted it and moved on like everybody else in the world.
I mean, even if it was, like, something that bad, I feel like Mute would still be like, okay, but she killed thousands of people. Which is fair. No matter what they did to her. Okay, but she killed thousands of people. Not necessarily like, oh, she should have just accepted it, but at the very least, like, she still killed thousands of people.
But I mean, she was also planning, at the very least, to kill Mute's master. Still would have looked good for Mute. Being like, you killed my master, screw you.
Huh?
Mute probably still would have been like, you killed my master, screw you.
I mean, the personal parts I think Mute potentially might understand better. It's not even, like, the master that she sounds especially mad about, right? Or, like, Mute's like, wow, the audacity of this child to kill these very important people. I don't think Mute cares particularly about the Emperor himself. She's mad because he was the leader of society and basically he was assassinated.
Assassins! Ugh. Yes, you're back to more mass murder.
Welcome back. Sharky wanted to wait, so you get to hear all of the mass murder talk.
Learn more about the murder.
She might seem pitiful, but listen, she's crazy and she's a monster. The last person to love her suffocated to death because of her. Well, you know what? That's sociopathic. That's appalling. It's damned unforgivable. I really hope you don't feel any pity for her after all that.
That's a complicated... I do, but I don't.
Well, Mute says any pity. In which case, I think you're saying I do.
I feel a small amount of pity for what
You serious? What's wrong with you, you stupid woman? You'd feel pity for her over her victims?
I feel pity for
You don't feel bad for her husband? You don't feel bad for her father? You don't feel bad for her brother? You don't feel bad for Sojin? You don't feel bad for the Smith family's little daughter?
No, I
feel bad for thousands of hapless peasants?
Can't you feel bad for both?
Seriously, you'd feel bad for her when they're the real victims here?
Can't you feel bad for both?
Sorry, there's no third option. It's only binary options, remember? We are only given the options that Mute gives us. In fact, I don't know why Mute is giving us any options. So, yes or no?
I don't know how to respond. I feel bad for both.
Personally, and I guess this is the Slytherin in me, I'm like, well, if we say no, she's more likely to forgive us for that first answer and give us more information. If we say yes, she might just, like, stop talking to us.
What did I rank as? Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw?
Slytherins! Yeah!
And I'm just like, I feel bad for all of them. Why?
Because, from what you've seen of Mute so far, do you think she was gonna give you that kind of nuance? No.
No.
She's very black and white viewpoint.
I guess say no.
Nice of you to finally come to your senses. Well, I guess you've almost got the whole story then. There's just one more thing that I think you should look at. Then that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of my last logs. They're kind of dry, but I think you should read them. Trust me here. No. So come talk to me when you're done with those.
Can we trust you, though?
After that, well, we've got some things to discuss. We can't really trust either of them.
Yeah.
But, like, this is what Mute... This is from Mute's perspective what happened, and she's not wrong. She did kill, like, the daughter of the Smith family, who's an innocent little child.
Yes.
She killed thousands of strangers. Like, all of that is true.
Yes. There is truth. She's not lying
So
to
it's
us.
in the sense of, can we trust her? Well, we trust her with a grain of salt. But she's not lying to us.
We
Hyune...
trust her as much as we trust Wikipedia.
No, because Mute is giving us nothing but facts. It's just... These are the facts from her point of view. These are the facts that she was aware of and how she feels about it.
She's giving us facts, just not all facts.
Well, she's giving us the full story from her point of view. Her full story. Her full story is she was minding her own business, and, like, the Emperor is the leader of the ship, and this girl appeared with completely different ideals and, like, values than the rest of the ship. Wouldn't go along with what was asked of her, and then mass murdered everybody because of a fit. And I mean, you saw it. Like, technically, it's a very justified tantrum, but it was basically a tantrum.
Yes.
It's very justified, but, like, saying, I'm going to kill them all, I'll turn off life support, all of them deserve it. That is a little bit a petulant child thing to say.
If she had just killed...
Specifically the people who harmed her directly, Mute would not be calling her the same degree of mass murder. It's
she
true.
killed enough people, she still would have been a mass murderer.
Yes, but Mute is horrified especially by the fact that, like, the entire Smith family, the children, the random peasants, all of them were innocent victims. So, can we trust Mute? Sort of. Like, Hyune wants to convince you that she was justified and therefore it's fair that she did this. So she is more likely to hide things. Like, that whole time, she could have just given us the admin password. But she wanted to give us this whole backstory of her side first to make us feel pity for her. Mute more so has given us the straight out facts. Here's this other family. Ooh, there's scandalous gossip and stuff, but it's not... She doesn't have the same motivation of hiding things. She's just biased.
I was waiting to see if you're going to say anything else.
I mean, that's about it.
No, like...
I don't think that there's any reason specifically to say we don't trust Mute. We may not agree with Mute, but there's no reason to distrust what she says, I think.
I mean, it also can be, like... Trust can go so far, right? Like... As much as, yeah, she's telling us the truth, like, there's a whole, like, I can't trust her to give us all in, like, 100% of the full story.
Well,
we can
neither of them's gonna do that.
Yeah.
No one's going to do that.
We're not gonna trust.
I mean, in a sense, like, you can never trust that you're gonna get 100% of the story. Every time someone tells you a story, it's colored by their own biases, their own viewpoint, what they think is the important part. Like, you're never gonna get 100%. So in the sense of, like, trusting someone's version of a story, yeah, I mean, I trust that's their version. The same applies to Mute. She's not actively hiding things because she doesn't want us to sympathize. She just doesn't think those things are important. But I don't think that's a we don't trust her. Or at least I don't consider that and I don't trust her. It's just I disagree with her. You can trust people you disagree with, you know.
Yes. Well, yes, I know that. Just from personal experiences, I tend not to. Because the people I disagree with tend to get very crazy about those disagreements.
Sorry, I'm talking about reasonable people. Well, you know, like, I have, like, lawyer friend. And
yes, no, I understand.
She calls herself a conservative, and we disagree on things, but ultimately I trust the things that she's telling me. I'm just, that's your set of facts, and here's my set of facts, and if we combine our sets of facts, then we come to potentially different conclusions, but you have to discuss it, and you have to talk about those things, and yeah. But that doesn't mean I don't trust her. It just means that her conclusions are potentially different than mine because we consider different things important at times. Or that we have different facts.
Yes. No, I totally understand that. I'm just going off of my personal history and what I tend to do because of my personal history.
Alright, therapy for Sharky time!
That is where I'm leaning, and you know a lot of my stories.
I know. But I'm talking about a fictional character here, who has, like, no underlying reason to, like, try to hide things from us. She just doesn't consider them important. Between the two AIs, I agree with Hyune more, I trust Mute more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
So when you say, oh, can we trust you? I don't trust you, Mute, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know. I think she's more trustworthy. I just think she's more wrong.
And I'm saying that, but that doesn't mean I don't really trust either of them.
No hurry or anything. Just let me know.
I'm still like, why doesn't it send us to new things?
It did. Send us new things.
Last midday report, maintenance log, camera footage.
Oh, wait, okay.
From.
Wait, real quick. Gotta check on this timeline. Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, that's the scandalous block.
Also wrong one. Block 4, was it? No. Also wrong one. Lots of wrong ones.
Well, okay, it's only in one block, and it's hard to...
Okay, the new wife is here.
Moved in last week, so 318. Interesting.
And then...
Or no, the new heir. No. New wife, yeah. So 318 is when she was hatched. Quote unquote.
319.
Was it only a year later? Oh, okay.
Smash the egg, 319. February 319. And everyone dies in 322.
3 years later.
Let's see. Was it block 5? $319.
Last week I woke up.
I'm trying to remember. One of these she mentions her age. I think she was about 15.
Was that Straight to Hell? Or at least she's my real name.
Wista?
Stop. I don't... What is stop? Fair. I feel like it was later in that block, but I don't know.
You could try.
Now I forget why. Why?
Let's see. Oh wait. I swear she was like 15 or so.
Was it in At Least Use My Real Name? Because it was either that or Straight to Hell.
By the time I'm 18.
Well, yeah, so if she went, 3 years.
Right, that's a one. Straight to Hell, you said?
Maybe. No.
I don't know. I don't remember for sure, but like, because I mean, from the other standpoint of just from, I guess, logic, I'm thinking, like, I swear somewhere she says she's like 15 or something. And then.
And if it's 3 years from hatch, she would be about 18 when
Yes.
that happened.
Which one? Yeah, 16 or 17 or so probably sounds like this society's likely like marriage age.
Yeah.
And secondly, the game won't want to promote pedophilia.
Yeah.
Seeing as it's a dating sim, she's probably 18.
Well, as an AI, she's over 300.
Okay, but like,
Yeah.
as a personality and everything, she's like 18.
Last midday reports.
It's still very young, but I mean.
Yes. Still very young.
Yeah, exactly, heck. Still young.
Oh, do we want to become famous? How about we ban you instead?
Yep.
Uh, 18, still too young for all of us.
Yes. Well,
We're all old.
shall we just go in order?
Yep.
Midday report for... Wait. Sorry, I need to double check which system they're using.
I think it's month day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, month day.
No, totally understandable.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it was, but now suddenly I'm doubting myself. Midday report for March 4th of the 302nd year. Reactor status, nominal. 97% efficiency. Don't worry about the fluctuation, it's fine. Temperature, approximately 23.2 degrees Celsius, within 0.1 degrees Celsius. One birth recorded at 10:35 to Kang Ji-hoon. The market opened today at 9 o'clock, with no complications this time. Foot traffic on the plaza at noon was 296 persons, slightly below expectations. Nothing else to report. Looks like it's going to be a dull day. That was 3-4-322 21-1304. Mute maintenance mode enabled. Now performing emergency log recordings. 3-4-322 21-1642. Life support manually deactivated by admin. Warning: 30 minutes of oxygen remain. 3-4-322 21-2142. Warning: 25 minutes of oxygen remain. 34322 212310. Performing copy of mute source to new file mute2.c. Approx 7 minutes until complete. 34322 212442. Performing copy of mute source to new file mute2.c. Approx 6 minutes until complete. Performing 34322 212558. Performing copy of mute source to new file mute2.c. Approx 9 minutes until complete. I hate when it does that.
Computers.
34322 212642. Warning: 20 minutes of oxygen remain. 34322 212704. Performing copy of mute source to new file mute2.c. Approx 30 minutes until complete.
Gosh dang it, computers!
34322 212730. Warning: failed login attempt by disabled user account Zhu In Ho, reporting to admin. 34322 212752. Warning: failed login attempt number 2 by disabled user account Zhu In Ho, reporting to admin. 34322 212814. Warning: failed login attempt number 3 by disabled user account Zhu In Ho, reporting to admin. 34322 212847. Performing copy of mute source to new file mute2.c. Approx 3 minutes until complete. Wait. 28. 27. God damn it, computers! 34322 212941. Failed login attempt number 4 by disabled user account Yu In Ho, reporting to admin. 34322 213142. Warning: 15 minutes of oxygen remain. 34322 213153. Warning: failed login attempt number 5 by disabled user account Yu In Ho, reporting to admin. 5 failed login attempts detected on terminal ID AA1112. Terminal is now disabled.
Took 2 minutes. I'm assuming part of it was like, man, did I change my password last week? Let me see if I can use this old one real quick.
34322 213159. Copy of mute source to new file mute2.c has been completed. 34322 213218. New shell script saved, running as admin. 34322 213420. Initializing synapse scan. Sorry, sweetie. Hang on tight. This is going to hurt a bit. Sad face. Love, Dad. 34322 213642. Warning: 10 minutes of oxygen remain.
Wait. What? Go back, please. What?
Love, Dad.
No. What? Who's that a note to?
Who could have been having their synapses scanned? Who was using the admin console at this point?
No. Okay, but like... Yes, we know who's using the admin console, but that note wouldn't be to her.
No clue.
Like, that note is for a completely different purpose, I assume.
Are you sure?
How would her father leave?
No clue.
Like, that doesn't
I
make
mean,
sense.
you're speculating at things that I can't give answers to, so.
I know.
But, like, you're not gonna come to an answer either.
Unless it's somehow from you.
We can show her this after if you really want to, but I don't think she's gonna pick up on this particular thing. We can't show her a particular line.
No, it's not. It's gonna do anything.
34322 214142. Warning: 5 minutes of oxygen remain. 34322 214642. Warning: 0 minutes of oxygen remain. 34322 215638. No life signs detected on board. First warning until low power mode is engaged. 34322 220301. Synapse scan completed. Data output to HUNA3.bin. 34322 221537. Synapse data HUNA3.bin. Converted successfully to HUNA.core. Warning: this interface is still highly experimental. Make frequent backups. Whoops. 34, 322, 22, 23, 42. No life signs detected on board. Second warning until low power mode is engaged. 34, 322, 22, 27, 02. Build targets mute2.c, hune.gore. Output as hune. Compiling. Done. 34, 322, 22, 27, 42. Success. Personality hune is now activated. 34, 322, 23, 23, 42. No life signs detected on board. Final warning until low power mode is engaged. 35, 322, 0003, 42. Logging disabled. Engaging low power mode. Now.
E.
So she started at 9:16.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was dead by like an hour and a half later.
Mm-hmm. Well, half an hour for the oxygen to go.
Yeah, but this is the point where no life signs detected on board. So
Yeah.
presumably, like...
Well, no life
Oh,
signs.
wait. Sorry. 21:56. Even less time. Less than an hour.
Yeah, 50 minutes. Or 40 minutes.
Yeah, like 40 minutes, roughly.
Yeah, it was 10 minutes after the 0, which was half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Does everyone start collapsing? Ooh, if you have no oxygen.
Yeah, presumably 10 minutes later is when it was like, oh, everyone has suffocated.
Yeah.
Or actually... Well, there's no oxygen, but were the doors opened, or are all the dead bodies still, like, on the ship?
That's a good question.
Like, if we were to physically board this ship, would there just be, like, thousands of corpses on it?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Camera footage. Transcribed from the security camera logs of the Kim family storage house. I activate the security camera on the orders of Kim Jung-soo, who has been locked out of his own storage shed by his daughter. All I can do is monitor it. I can't actually open the door. Pale bride is sitting in front of the computer screen near a large egg-shaped object. She wears an ugly hanbok. Her braids have fallen out and otherwise looks as miserable as ever. I personally only get a brief glimpse of her, then I get turned off. The security camera still runs, though. A loud knocking sound can be heard from the door. Kim is shouting for her to unlock the door. He says he'll forgive her for stealing the key if she opens up right now. She doesn't say anything. The banging continues. She keeps typing code on the screen. After a while, the banging starts to slow down, and Kim's shouts are too quiet to be made out. She staggers towards the egg and lies down inside it on a pile of broken glass. After a few minutes, the crazy bitch gasps for breath, then stops half a minute later, dead. The same thing must be happening everywhere else on the ship, thousands of people suffocating to death. Her terminal continues to beep, the progress bar flashing even after her death.
So, how long was it in between her saying I'm gonna kill everyone and killing everyone?
Should we talk to Mute first, since she has a little bubble?
Bubble.
Bubble. Alright, so... is that it then? There's something else you'd like to show me, now's your chance. Otherwise...
What would we show her?
Just start showing her random things.
Yeah, if we do that's everything, I'm guessing that's going to end it.
Presumably.
I do want to see... Let's say there's something else.
Okay then, sure, no rush. Just go ahead and show me, and you can let me know when you're all done. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 3, 5.
Yeah, 3, 4, 9 o'clock is when...
That was block 6 that she wrote it in. 3-3.
The next day.
Like a day and a half.
I'm gonna kill him. When? Tomorrow.
You think anyone was asking her things like that?
No, because people wouldn't talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Is there anything we want to show her before we finish?
I'm gonna double check her questions. I'm like, what if we just start showing her other of her own questions to her? Yes, Mute. How do you feel about Mute? Oops, wrong one.
How old are you, Mute?
There isn't really any point in showing me that now.
Oh. You're no fun, Mute. Why don't you answer your own question?
Do you ever have any friends?
Well,
there isn't really any point in showing me that now.
oh.
Actually. So she talked to us immediately after this, but we never actually showed it to her. I'm curious if that'll do anything. Nope. Too late. High Magistrate Smith Sang-min, huh? Well, as High Magistrate, he was one of the highest-ranking officials until just before the end. I don't want to paint a misleading portrait. As I understand, he was a very just man and performed his function quite well. It was politics that caught up to him in the end. I read this before, but I guess he's saying the same thing. Wait, but Mute, you already showed us those logs before.
Because why?
Well, yeah. We did this one before too. Yeah, I don't know.
We're like,
anything else you want to talk to her about?
I think that's it. I guess that's everything.
Let's just save. Curious. We hit 58%.
Which I don't know how high you had gotten previously. 53, I guess.
At least in that file. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the title screen said 53 around that.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten more stuff on the other
that
side
we didn't
before.
say.
Yeah. But anyway, are we done with this then?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hello, Mute.
Hi.
All right, so is that it then? There's something else you'd like to show me? Now's your chance. Otherwise,
Guess that's it.
yeah, okay. I kind of figured as much. So here we are, I guess. You've got everything you've wanted. So what now? You're just about ready to go, I expect. Okay, let me ask you something. Would you even consider the possibility of taking me with you?
Do we want me to come with us? It's a good question.
Would you even consider?
I mean, I might consider it.
I guess that's a maybe.
It depends.
So that sounds like a maybe. Well, that is nice. But see, here's the thing. I'm bound to this ship. I can't exactly just leave. My programming doesn't say it is your most important duty to ensure the security of the Mugunghwa unless everyone's dead, in which case just do whatever. No, it's just... well, I can't. So, like, the rational part of me knows that it's going to be terrible and lonely once we go. All alone in space, forever. It's just, you know... whenever I think about it, I'm just overwhelmed by my feelings of duty, of how it's so important for me to stay around the ship. Sure, I know rationally that it's stupid, but that doesn't matter. You want to know why, despite not being human, I am identified as a woman? Because I'm fundamentally irrational like one. Call it emotional, call it hard-coded directives. The difference doesn't really matter, does it? Of course, here's a real joke. If I was actually a woman, it'd be so simple. I mean, think about it.
You'd be dead.
I'm pretty much just like a widow, right? I mean, everyone who I had a duty to serve is all dead. A real widow could at least do the right thing and kill herself. Or like not.
Or like not.
I could never bring myself to do that. I mean, I know for a real woman it'd be the right thing to do after being robbed of her purpose. But damn my programming, I can't do it. So, that's my problem. I can't leave.
Sure.
Rationally, I know I'll be lonely, but my feelings say it's impossible. I can't kill myself. Rationally, I'd applaud any widow who had that courage, but my feelings say it's impossible. It's not my fault, okay? I was just programmed this way. Anyway, there's nothing you can do for me, and you've got what you came for. This is it, then. This is goodbye.
Can I slap the person who programmed you's ghost?
Hmm?
Can I slap the person who programmed her's ghost?
I mean, if you think about it, whoever programmed her wasn't really expecting that the entire ship would be dead.
Yes. But can I still do it?
I thought you didn't believe in ghosts?
I don't! I want to try anyway!
Hey, look. Can you do me one favor? Promise me something. Is she gonna ask us to kill her? I feel like she's gonna ask us to kill her.
I don't know what she's gonna ask. Which is why I'm like, I don't want to promise.
Well, after all that I've done to help you, but you have to. Come on, it's not much.
It doesn't look like... It looks like we can only say okay.
I mean, we can say no, we just can't leave. You know what?
Just say okay.
Can you tell the Emperor of Earth, or whatever his title is, about what happened to the Mugunghwa? Let him know that everyone was murdered, and let him know who did it. And, you know, the coordinates. Tell him the ship's still here, okay? Maybe someone else will come to bring the ship back. It doesn't have to be now, though it'd be nice if it happens sometime in the next century or two. I don't want to be floating out here in space like this forever, alright? Well, that's all. Regardless of how I feel about you, it was nice talking to someone from outside the ship. Wish it was under better circumstances, but whatever. I'll drop you to the console now. You can take all the records with you by typing download. Well, goodbye.
Huh.
I'm just relieved she didn't ask us to turn her off.
Well, we could disable her.
We could.
If you really wanted to.
I mean, it's not killing her because we're not disabling the core.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I don't really want to take you with me because you're a bigot. But I don't really want to leave you floating around in space. But I also don't really want to kill you.
You have to do all of that at once.
I mean, here's what we could do. We could copy her to another core, take that with us, and then just drop her somewhere.
How do you steal a core?
Huh?
How
Or
do
like,
you steal
I mean,
a
she's
core?
programming. If we can download the logs, I don't see why we can't download her AI.
No, I understand that, but like,
We would
how
just...
do you take the core?
Huh? Okay,
do you
we wouldn't
take
take the physical core. But we'd like copy her programming to some other part on our own ship, and we'd just kind of, you know, we don't even have to turn her on. We just copy her to another drive, drop off that drive somewhere, and okay, you have friends now, bye, mute.
Peace out.
Peace out, bye! Should we disable her? I feel like we should put her to, like, we shouldn't kill her, but we should let her sleep. So she's not just awake and alone.
That would be depressing. Let's not depress the poor AI.
Oh, she's already disabled herself. Sleepies.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess she already disabled herself.
Well, I guess download and peace out.
Well. No AI personality would be downloaded.
So there's an option to download an AI personality.
That we didn't get.
I guess so. I guess it's a yes.
Well. Sorry, girls.
Oh no! 3 days? What are you gonna do for the next 3 days?
Drink coffee.
That's like a 72-hour stream.
Christine Love.
Call your little friends. Which ones?
Wait, we have friends? Incoming message! Good work on recovering the Gung files. I just spoke to the sponsor's representative on audio. He sounded really impressed, blah, 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 blah. It's gone.
I've credited your accounts, and then there was a listen I didn't get to say. Hey!
Oh, wait.
Listen!
I can scroll back!
That's good.
Listen, I've got another job lined up for you. It's on Earth, but it sounds like after the last job,
You could
you
use
need a change of pace.
Yeah.
There's a man whose wife is... Da, 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 da.
Uh-oh. Ending 3. Total completion 87.
Yeah. I actually did mostly do Hyune's side before, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have one mute achievement and 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 3 Hyune end achievements and 1 mute end achievement.
Jeez.
So, I would click on bonus content, but I'm afraid of spoilers.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Well, we're at like an hour and a half, so we still have time. Do you want to keep playing? Or do we want to sort of start over and do Hyune's side more?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break first. Get more coffee.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll be right back. Well, I'll be right back. I don't know. Maybe Sharky will hang out.
I'll still probably be here. I'm not.
Okay, Sharky will hang out and I'll be right back.
I will exist as a person, I assume. Oh, okay, person. Yeah, I mean, I could hang out as a void, but, like, how often do you guys want to speak to a void? I mean, that's up to you. You can be a void for all you want, or you can make me a void for all you want. It's like, chat, decide if Sharky should become a void. Like, he isn't enough things already. How are you doing, Melik? You missed the fun of last stream and my computer crashing 4 times. That was an experience that I don't think any of us want to repeat ever again. The experience of me worrying my computer might die on me. My poor, poor computer. I need to love it and care for it more. Well, we'll see. Maybe Friday? I don't know. If my computer doesn't react, because like the first stream with Spyro was fine, so like I just Animal Crossing's fun. I got convinced to buy Animal Crossing mid-April, early April. It was I think it was a few weeks after the majority of people bought it. It's fun. I do. I actually don't do a lot. Do a very long Animal Crossing session every day. I'm not somebody who plays like it for hours and hours and hours and hours on end. It took me about like a week or two in order to get my last house upgrade. And like my island basically hasn't changed too much in the past 3 weeks, other than like I think one person left 2 days ago, and I might have put like 1 or 2 things down that were new, but other than that, it's kind of just like my island's been pretty stationary. I don't know. It's a little relaxing thing that I do when I decompress after work before I play something else, basically. Lately for Final Fantasy, but I probably know a few people who play a lot of it because not too much is going on.
I am back. I see Animal
for
Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah! That thing I was playing before I came to stream.
I only got it a few days ago, but I'm not sure how long I'll keep it up. That's also my problem is I am pretty bad at playing Animal Crossing games consistently.
See, now that I'm stuck at home in quarantine, I've gotten into a habit of just that, like, oh, I'm done with my working stuff. Let me shut my laptop and go over and play Animal Crossing. So, it really helps my consistency on Animal Crossing when I have nothing else in my schedule.
I know for me, it's been get home, like put stuff down, sit down, turn on like a YouTube video or something, or Netflix or whatever, and then I'll turn it on. But like I'm always like in the back of my mind, like there's probably gonna be one of these days where I'm just gonna stop and just never remember to pick it up unless somebody's like, hey, so how's your island been?
Yeah, I mean, it also helps somewhat that my roommate also made a character on the island. So, like, I play, then she plays, and then if there's time, I would go play Final Fantasy. But I just beat the remake last night, finally. So I guess I'll just be playing Animal Crossing.
That's when you pick up a new game.
What? Go back to Final Fantasy 15?
Hey, I got to chapter 9.
Excuse me, I think that means you didn't do all of the side stuff yet.
What'd you say?
Does that mean that you did all of the side stuff?
I didn't do every single hunt because I'm waiting for chapter 15 to hit for the last view to open before I finish off before I do like every.
Oh, see, I did every last thing in chapter 8 before I moved on.
No, I've done every side quest though, including all the newly added side quests.
Oh, right, newly added stuff. I haven't done any of that yet.
The only thing I haven't done yet is I haven't done the stuff that you get after unlocking the boat. Because I just unlocked the boat.
Yeah, Animal Crossing has become a time suck version of like my mobile games where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just log in and do my dailies.
Yeah. See, I also have the problem with mobile games. I have the problem with consistency.
See, mobile games especially, it's really easy for me to just keep going. So like, there's one game I've been playing for like a couple of years now, like 2.5 years or something now, and it's not that it's especially fun, but it's like a couple minutes every day, and I just have it as a habit now that if I don't do it, I'm like, oh, I haven't done it. Oh no, I'm falling behind.
The only reason I was able to stick with Mystic Messenger so much
is because it keeps pinging you. It's because it keeps giving you notifications like, hey.
Yeah, look, hey, a new chat's popped up. Hey.
Yeah.
You might want to talk to these people.
Someday we'll get the after end for Ray. In my dreams.
In your dreams. I think they forgot.
In my dreams, 707 lives.
That's the other reason, like, I was able to stick up with, like, the Kingdom Hearts one for a little bit, but then, like, lately, because, like, I'm at the point where without learning a good way to handle the later challenges, I'm kind of at a wall. Even though I have pretty good medals, I need to figure out a good lineup in order to beat the later mission. And it's just gotten too much of a hassle to keep it up every day.
I feel like, well, okay, here's the other thing that helps with the one that I've been, like, playing for a couple of years now is they have a thing where at specific times of each day, they give out free stamina. And so I'm like, oh, it's stamina hour.
Okay.
I still miss stamina hour a lot, but it's like, well, with daylight savings, it's like 1 to 3 p.m. and like 8 to 10 p.m.
Interesting.
So sometimes I'll be like, oh, wait, it's 8:30. I better go on and grab my free stamina.
Yeah, I have a few mobile games installed that I'm like, yeah, I haven't played this in months.
I've dropped most of my mobile games. I've been trying to get back to the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius one.
It keeps pinging me.
I only went back to it recently because it has the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children event.
Yeah.
But they're giving out like a character for free for that one, so that was cool. They're giving out like an actual upper level character if you play that event enough, and then if you play it even more, then you can get enough of the like little quest item thing for that one. It's church flowers, but like the collectible event currency whatever thing to exchange. If you get enough of that, you can actually get the prism as well, so you can max out the free character it gave you. So they weren't doing that before, so that's pretty nice that it's like free of gacha or whatever. Like, here you go. If you play it and are dedicated enough about it, you can just have this. You can just have like the high level special character. You can max out their rank and stuff and all that without having to rely on like the gacha pulls.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm just like I like playing a game. I'll play a game for like 100 or so hours, but like give me an end or I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I've dropped a lot of my mobile games. But I also get into an attitude of like, oh, I've made a streak. If I break this streak, it's gonna punish me. Although I think most mobile games have actually gotten rid of the like, if you break the streak, you have to start over thing.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, because they know that like, if they punish you for breaking your streak, I think that they know that it's discouraging to people, and so they don't come back.
I think Kingdom Hearts hasn't changed that. I think it still resets
it does.
The Joel streak.
Yep, it does. I think
Which, I mean,
for Brave Exvius, it like resets the things per like month or per event or whatever, and there's multiple of them. So like you won't reach the very end of like the month daily thing, but it won't start you back from 1. So like that's nice. All right. Starting.
Let's go.
I'm also for Animal Crossing specifically. I'm like, oh wait, I want to like give the villagers their daily gifts because I can give all of my villagers a gift each day, and I want to give them cute gifts.
See, I always forget to do that.
At this point, I set aside a set of gifts every day.
See, there are days I forget to talk to everybody.
Well, this is how I remember to talk to all of them, is by giving them a gift.
I'll just be like, okay, I'm glad.
Well, because if you give them a gift that's worth at least 1,000 bells for like purchase price, they'll give you something back. And so that I basically treat it as like a free way to potentially expand my catalog.
Which I don't know. I've never been like super big on getting like a lot of catalog stuff. I'm kind of just like I'm doing my own thing. Like Stardew. I treat it literally the same way to Stardew is I talk to people I might run into, but like I'm never going out of my way to find everybody and to talk to everybody.
See, I'm really bad at finding everyone on Stardew because it's usually like, who do I run into somewhat? But it's also like, oh, on these particular days, it's easier to run into more of them at once, so I'll just grab all of them in one go, kind of thing. But this is why I, like, never get to Elliot, because he's never around where I am. So I'm just like, well, I can't fucking find you, so I guess you're not my friend.
But, like, know how when we started playing Stardew, like, you kept yelling at me because I never talked to people? It's the exact same thing in Animal Crossing.
No, but in Stardew, you don't even talk to the random people you pass by sometimes. A lot of times.
I'll sometimes not do that in Animal Crossing. I'm like, okay, I'm focused on this task. Oh, hey, Stinky, and I'll just forget to actually talk.
Yeah, I have my stack of gifts. Especially because it's cute. You can give them different clothes and then they wear the clothes and then they look cute.
Look, I am very antisocial.
You know.
And that's
if you asked me to talk to every single person, like, in a real life situation, I'd be like, that sounds exhausting.
See, I don't know. I don't know. Guess we're gonna. Wait, can we? Yeah. But can we? Talk to her and then quick enable? Or do we have to go through this process?
I'm like, we don't even have power control and stuff to like.
Yeah. But we got that after we did admin. We only got that after we
Yeah.
talked to you, which was after
Well,
admin.
it says provide the administrator access requires password to use. I tried putting the password. Admin access temporarily disabled. Please speak to the item store.
Yeah, so like.
So I guess we have to talk to her.
We have to talk to her the first time, but I wonder if we can quickly go to terminal and then do it. You know.
Well, she has to restore admin access first.
Hello? Oh
Sorry,
my word! Humans! I don't remember what we typed last time. Sharpie. Wah!
Well, I mean, it was the thing of
Yeah.
you typed just like garbage to me.
We said no last time.
Yep.
Because we're terrible.
I think I said no last time because I was rude. Because I am rude. Yesterday I had a board game night with some of my friends' friends, and
Yeah, I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask.
I mean, I don't know. At one point, the prince, because it was one of her friends that I think I've met before, but I guess he doesn't remember me because it was years ago. And it was like once or twice. And I only remember him because like his name is like an odd name.
Okay.
It's like a word that's not usually a name.
Uh-huh.
So I remember it because it's like, oh, that's weird. So I guess he forgot me. And he's like, are you a stalker? And I'm like, I can assure you 100% I've never stalked you. And like various other things, I guess. I don't know. But at the end, as he was leaving the chat thing, he was like, you're a terrible person. I was like, yeah, I am a terrible person. What about it? And everyone's like, ooh. And I'm like, it's really not that.
What?
It's not an ooh thing like, oh, damn. Like, no, I'm not fazed by someone calling me a terrible person. What about it? Ooh. Yep, everyone's oohing at me now.
I'm just like, wait, why was that said though? What happened?
I don't know. Nothing in particular, really.
The person was just like, you're a terrible person, bye!
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he, like, meant it like he doesn't like me. Yeah. But, yeah.
Okay.
But it was funny, because he was just like, you're a terrible person, by the way. And I was like, okay. What about it? Okay. And?
Anyway, what are we gonna say? Yes or no?
I guess this time we should say yes.
Fine.
Maybe we'll be nicer to her this time and we'll get more of her story.
I'm just very happy to be working with you. I've had nobody to talk to for such a long time. Got so lonely. Having someone to talk to is just really, really amazing. But maybe I never would again. Sorry about the communication barrier, but even still.
Oh, she's the one that, yes.
Yes. She.
They yeeted everyone. Yep, that's correct.
I know that word.
She yeeted everyone into space.
I was watching a video today, and it was a YouTube video. It was just somebody playing a game. Are these two people playing a game? And they're like, you're just vibing with the game. And I'm just like, what does that mean?
It means what it sounds like. What do you think it means?
I don't know.
Do you know the word vibe?
Yes.
Then what do you think vibing means?
Existing.
That's Y'all see what I'm working with here?
Hey, they stick around for some reason.
They do. Because
I
it's
don't know why
entertaining, I
they
guess.
Stick around.
I think Sharky has again failed the vibe check.
I can't pass what I don't know. Ah, jeez. I'm babbling. I won't hold you up any longer. Here's your interface. I hope it's good enough. I'm still like, why do you listen to me? You and them. Pointing at the camera and the chat. That you can't see me pointing.
What? Camera?
Yeah.
What? You want to show your face on the stream?
No! I can't. No, technically you could. There is a way that you could show my face on stream. If I showed it in the Discord call, then you could cut it and show it on stream. But also, no.
Heck is simply observing our madness.
You're observing the madness. Do you accept the madness?
I think perhaps he is enjoying the madness. It's a lot more fun to watch a train crash when you're not in it.
I like a little chaos, so yes.
Yeah. Should we just
chaos?
speak with her again? What, chaos?
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 Yes.
What about chaos? Chaos is fun.
Do we need to speak with her again?
Nope. But I'm just kind of tempted to.
What happens if we admin, though? If you look in your interface, once you open a document, you can click on that little button of me to show me whatever it is. So, which subject do you wish to know more about? The admin password.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna do a dumb thing, but we're gonna have to skip back through, okay?
What are you doing?
I just, because if you access log documents, it has search type by a document ID.
Yeah, we can probably search whatever. Oh!
I'm curious if that works.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Showing her, getting the I kill you all and show it to her.
Oh, I was just gonna test some random file.
Oh, I was gonna get the I kill you all one.
I mean, we're gonna have to start this. Actually, no, we don't. Just overwrite one of my other old saves.
Yeah, who needs an old save?
I'm not going back to them at any point, so whatever. What was it? Block 6?
Yeah, block 6. Do you want me to note it down?
6 UI 22.
6-EUY22. Got it.
6 Europe year 22.
Yes. Show it! Show it!
Okay.
I'm really sorry. Please don't get mad. But I don't really understand what you're looking for. Maybe I'm just not getting it, and it's my fault. But I can't find anything that seems relevant. Sorry.
Oh, wait. Not just that. 622A.
Is it 6 just 22A?
6-22A.
Okay.
Ooh, wait. She has a thing to say.
Well, so here you are then. Now you know it's true. I did do what she said I did. You don't know she.
We broke it.
We broke the game!
How's this for a little chaos hack?
I really wish you never met her. We didn't. We don't know who you're talking about. I wish she'd never said anything to you. I just thought it was so nice the way things were with us before. We talked to you once, and then showed you a file. Things started out so well. I got to be cheery for the first time in my life since I was a child. And just, having someone there to talk to. Someone who wasn't interested in shutting me up. But now, well... Please, you've read my diary.
No, we haven't.
You have to know, it's not... I didn't... You have to understand, right? Even if you think what I did was wrong, look, I've never really been dishonest with you. Fine, I lied about being an AI. We didn't know that. But I told you the truth.
Not yet, you didn't.
I could have deceived you, but didn't.
We broke the game.
Please, you still trust me, right? I never really lied to you. Not seriously. You don't have to think what I did is acceptable, but please, tell me you trust me?
Chaos. So, do you trust her?
As far as I can throw the AI...
So, do you trust her?
How far can I throw an AI?
Not very, I think. You're in space.
And she's on a different ship.
Yep.
So does that answer your question? I understand. But please, will you at least hear me out? Let me tell you the rest of the story. How far can you yeet a computer?
Well, Sharky, how far can you yeet a computer? Into the sun.
Okay, if I was already in space, maybe. But, like, on Earth, not very far. I can't really yeet too far. I don't have too much strength.
Yeet harder.
I can't Kobe too well, either. I want you to know everything. That's what I want to know! You don't have to forgive me, just... Please, I'm begging you. You've been so fair to me so far. We talked to you once. Just give me a chance to explain, please. I'm begging you. Please. Fine, I'll listen. I want to know.
Hey, listen!
Thank you. That's all I ask for. Just a chance. That's all. It's probably better if I just show you. There's a data block that contains all the logs that matter. My family encrypted it because, well, it should be obvious why after you read it. You need to drop to the terminal and decrypt block 7.
Ooh.
You didn't read that block before.
Yeah.
Let me know once you've done that, and I'll show you. Wait, but we don't have admin rights! Does that mean we can get admin rights yet? She told you. Who? Let me just hear me out.
She never met her. What? Met who?
Decrypt this. I don't have admin rights. How can I decrypt something? What's the password? Malik's in the chaos. Well, decrypt block 7.
Wait, I'm gonna save this first. Save the chaos. I want to show Mute the other thing.
Okay. I know we've read this.
Yeah. I'm just skimming over it again. Oh, yes. Him. Would you like to hear how I feel about Smith Kingson? Yes.
Sure.
Then let me be as clear as I possibly can. Fuck that guy! I know I shouldn't say that about him. Not least of all a dead one, but I don't care. He didn't have any respect for the dead either, so as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't deserve any from me. There's nothing more even related to him that you need to see. All he ever did was complain about the main branch and trash the good name of a good man. That's all you need to know.
Cool, didn't do anything.
Oh, I mean, we got to see her say fuck.
Yes, but it didn't... I was hoping...
You were hoping?
For more files.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Files would be nice.
Oh well.
But yes.
Okay, back to this.
Decrypt block 7. Wait. Can we decrypt block 5? No, was it 5? Or was it 3 that we did last time?
I think it was. Ooh.
Ha-ha! Yay, because we did 7. So I'm guessing the rest of them, we just have to have them show it to us.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, anyway, we have to have them show it.
Very well. These are really hard for me to read. I haven't seen mine since I wrote them. I haven't seen my family's, well, ever. Well, I think I found here. I've added some. Just please read them. Please, just listen to the whole story. Those entries will explain.
We still have all these old ones. Well, we're in 7?
We're in 7.
Unless we want to just wander through these other ones.
The ones that we've seen. Oh, hello. Actually, I was just testing that indicator that you used earlier. We know you're not an AI!
We'll just try not to force ourselves on you.
Anyway, that's all. I guess it worked. Carry on, and I'll set the indicator again if I want to tell you something, like I'm an AI, right?
Yeah, I just want to mark these as red.
Okay. Man, we have chaosed up this game real quick.
Yep. Real quick.
Got admin rights before we were supposed to. Showed a log before we were supposed to.
Showed her a log we didn't know existed.
She's like, hey, let me try this random string. Oh, there's a log. Let's show it to her. Who are they talking about? game does not expect you to access logs before you're supposed to access them.
Game expects that if you have these IDs, you've played before.
Yeah.
Might be more accurate to say. Ooh.
Ooh.
So here's the new stuff.
The Nightmarish Bride, Mother, The New Anxiety, Peace at Last.
Should I read? Do you want to read?
I'm reading the next one, because the next one's by her.
Oh. Seems that in the year I spent visiting my parents, everything has gone to hell in my husband's family without his knowing. Clearly, I never should have left. He has an idea, but he doesn't understand just how bad things have gotten. When I left, it all seemed under control. The pale bride would be of the right age to be married to the emperor soon enough, and we would be able to use that connection to bring favor to the family. A good plan, except it turns out the pale bride is not even close to ready for marriage. Age has nothing to do with it, it's the maturity that she lacks. When she first awoke right before I left, she seemed a little confused, but that was hardly unexpected. She had a whole new family to get accustomed to, and it seemed obvious enough that anyone born so far in the past would have some difficulty adjusting to modern life. But this is far beyond that. There is simply something wrong with that child. When I got back, the first thing Young Suk's wife did was tell me all about how sorry she was for not being able to control the child. I rolled my eyes. As if a grown woman couldn't handle someone of her age. How are you going to raise my grandson like that? I asked. She was quiet and let me see the pale bride for myself. The first time I saw Young Suk try to get her to do something as simple as sort out his laundry, she wasn't just disobedient, she was openly defiant. When I stepped in to admonish her, it had absolutely no effect. All she did was argue back at me. I tried every approach I could think of, appealing to filiality, explaining how important a virtue obedience was, even trying to appeal to sentimentality. Everything. She just kept saying the same thing, that it wasn't fair to make her do it. Here's the obvious concern, and it's what I said to her. Are you going to tell your husband he's not being fair when he wants something from you? I thought that would put some sense into her, but no, she just answered yes. There's no way this unruly child could possibly be marriageable. Not like this. She'd be sent back within a day. And with good reason. What man could possibly want a nightmare like her in his life? Filiality is basically the importance of family. Especially
something I
parents. If you've ever heard the term filial piety, it's like the old Asian adage, I guess. Not exactly a cliche, so I guess kind of an adage of like, you know, children should obey their parents and be good to their parents and take care of their parents, shit like that. So basically she's trying to appeal to like as a child or as like a child in this family, it is your responsibility and duty to do as your parents say.
And she said, I don't care.
Bitch, what? I don't care.
The group I grew up in, it was called Honor Thy Father and Mother.
What's that, mother?
Dear Diary, the good news is, health-wise, I seem to be doing much better this month. I'm sure this isn't a permanent thing. It's happened before. I can't really remember how the doctor from the past explained it anymore, but he said it was pretty normal, and not something to get my hopes up about. Still, some days this month, I actually had enough energy to want to move around. Not that I could move around, of course. I can't leave the house. A good girl shouldn't, is what everyone keeps saying. But I have the energy to at least, and that's something. The big news is that the woman who's supposed to be my adopted mother came back. I didn't really see her much before she left. Might as well have been meeting a new person. Wish I could say I had high hopes for her. That I thought that maybe she'd be fine. That'd be a lie, though. I knew she'd be as bad as the rest of the moment I saw her, and she was. Of course she was. She's even worse than sister-in-law. She gives those awful lectures. Can't even describe them. They're that horrible. she's that horrible.
I'm a little bit like, should I let you be the one to read that last one? Or should I just have you read the next one too, so that you don't have to suffer the reading of the next one?
Do you know the next one?
Hmm?
Do you know the last one?
I think I know what that one was.
Then I can do the next one. Dearest Mother, my mother-in-law has relieved me of any responsibility for looking after the pale bride. As a matter of pride, I feel bad that a simple child is too much for me to handle, but I'm certainly glad she's not my problem anymore. Now I can put my undivided attention back where it belongs, unto my husband and his ambitions. Tell me though, Mother, because I know we didn't always get along that well. I was never that bad, was I? Sure, we were both happy when I moved out. Well, perhaps I wasn't happy right away. I was more scared. But I'm sure you were relieved to have some space. But you would have never given up on me, right? I was never that bad, was I? Deep down, I worry. My husband seems content to take his time to have children. And which is a decision I can certainly live with. But what about when we do? What if we have a daughter? Will I fail with her too? I've been telling myself that it's not me, it's her. She's a peculiarly unruly child, and it's not ordinarily that bad. It's not, right? Please, tell me I have nothing to worry about. Please. I can't read.
Let's see, this one's a year before everyone dies, which is a full year after.
A year and a month,
this.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it doesn't explain. No, I think it might. Anyway, I'll read it. Recently, the pale bride's temperament has improved immensely. It isn't simply that she's now quiet, it's that she's actually respectful and calmer. After rescheduling, she had an interview with the Emperor, and he was actually quite charmed with her. I'm just so happy for her own sake that she's finally stopped resisting the marriage. It's all coming together now. A date has been set for when she'll be sent to live with him, and in the meanwhile, things at home have been peaceful again for everyone. Actually, it's better than just that. I've been spending more time with her, of her own free will. I've been giving her advice for coping with marriage, and now the girl actually listens politely. Otherwise, there is little else to write about. I wish there had been a better way to get her to behave, but in the end, it seems to be working out. I still can't imagine how awful it would be if she'd refused to ever leave the home and simply made life hell for us. Or worse, if she'd got sent off and tried to pull any of that on her husband, she'd get sent back for sure. Maybe now things will finally start to come together for the family. I must admit for a time I doubted the optimism that Jung-soo expressed in the 319th year, but now it seems he was right all along. What a relief. Okay, it didn't explain the thing that I thought it would.
Explain which thing? Because there's a lot of explain the thing.
A better way to get her to behave.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, what would you like to show her?
I'm now torn between Mother and Peace at Last.
Let's do this one first. I'm gonna draw out this tension.
Mother, huh? I don't really know what to say about her, even now. This is the first time I've read what she wrote, and it's just, well, there's more. Here, read them for yourself.
More stuff. More stuff.
Independent woman. Oh no!
Drastic measures. Here you go.
If you're so worried, why don't you just explain everything to her simply and rationally? Jung-soo asked me. My response was obvious. She's a woman. We're not particularly rational. Oh my gosh!
Ah, the society.
Oh my gosh! Women, they can't do anything except rely on emotions. They can't think rationally.
Nope. Not at all. Never.
She said, you know what I mean. I could hardly do it, but coming from a woman, perhaps she will understand that it's all for her own good. Maybe, I said, doubting it. But I tried anyway. She took her time arriving after I summoned her to my room. Can we speak? I asked her, trying to keep my voice calm. She glared, then snapped. Fine. I asked her to sit down, but she refused. Look, I said, trying to speak to her as an equal. I still didn't think my husband was right, but it was worth trying. I've been told you'd rather be called Hyone. Is that right?
Hyune.
She said yes. Hyune. Ah! Bitterly, she said yes, bitterly, not giving me much to go off. That's a very pretty name, I said. Thanks, she said, but her voice was still unfriendly. My parents gave it to me, I said. My parents gave it to me. I said, you must miss them very much. She nodded. I don't understand, Hyune. Were you so difficult with them too? No, she said. They were nice. They actually cared about me. They're nothing like you people. I sighed. I care about you, Hyune. You're a part of the family. You're a kin. Your parents are our ancestors, and I know they think it's very important that we raise you right. If you want to be a bad, unfilial daughter and treat us without any respect, well, you wouldn't be the first. Do you really think an old woman like me really cares that much about your opinion of me?
Yes.
I feel like I want to say something about the fact that she's like part of her ancestors, like part of their ancestors' family, and I don't know. It's just brain is being weird right now and thinking of comments. I thought maybe I tried appealing to her selfishness. Her marriage is important to the family, but clearly she doesn't care about filiality.
Filiality. There's an I.
There's an I that my brain is just ignoring. It's you I'm worried about. Do you think any husband is really going to put up with the way you are for even a second?
14. At 320. Oh, she's. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Wait. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I mean, that makes sense, but also,
She kept glaring at me. That's all you keep talking about. Marriage, marriage, marriage. I'm 14. I'm 14 years old. What's wrong with you? Why does everything have to be about some man? Why do I have to marry somebody that you picked? She screamed at me. I remained calm. You're going to be a royal concubine, Hyune. We're not dumping you off on just anyone. There's no better man. I don't think if you were already engaged in the past, I don't know if you were already engaged in the past, but your parents would do the same if they could. It's what's best for you. They would want this. Is anybody from, I assume her time period would say, no they wouldn't, she shrieked. They wanted me to grow up. They wanted me to be an independent woman. That's what mom and dad thought was important. I don't want to be a concubine. I don't care about marriage. An independent woman? They wanted you to be a whore? I asked, my patience run as thin as anyone's would be. I didn't believe for a second my husband's ancestors were the monsters she was making them to be, and she was sick of this. And was sick of this. Get out, I snapped at her. Just get out.
Yep.
Not married. So a whore?
An independent woman. A whore. Apparently.
Flashbacks to high school.
The pale bride picked the worst of all possible days to throw another one of her childish fits, refusing to even get dressed for her interview. And this one was with the emperor himself. Not even my husband was able to get her to listen. He had to... Flashbacks of horrors?
Yes. All the horrors I dealt with during high school. Uh-huh.
And this one was with the emperor himself. Not even my husband was able to get her to listen.
Well,
He had to personally apologize himself for not being able to bring her as scheduled and lied about a sudden illness. You have to do something about her, I said to my husband that evening. She's completely out of control. I know, he said. That is quite clear. He looked so worried. I hugged him and tried to comfort him. Everything would fall apart if something couldn't be done. She'd threatened to say something stupid and dangerous to the emperor, and we were both scared that she might. Maybe it's time to consider doing something drastic, I said to him. He nodded. I know, he said. I can only think of one idea. I do not like it. I would rather not. Even hitting her was far worse than I would have wanted. He explained his idea to me, and I agreed that it was terrible, and I didn't like it either. But it would stop her from arguing, stop her from ruining her own life. My husband was, as always, right. There was only one way.
To comment before we go further, I was going to say, well, my high school would call them whores now. Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for paying attention.
Oh, it's this one. From way back.
Wait, whoa!
What?
Oh, okay. I thought it said something different.
No, it's the same. It's the same. I think it's probably based on how many logs you've read through, not where you actually are.
Show her the drastic measures. Are you just showing me that because you want to see more from her? Yes.
I mean, not exactly why. We want to know what it was.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, yes to you, saying we want to know what it was.
So are you saying we hit yes or no?
I do want to know what it is.
Let's say that's not why.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't know what to say. She was cruel. So cruel. Not that I've read her perspective. Now that I've read her perspective, it doesn't change anything. Why? She actually believed what she was saying. It doesn't make all of it right.
The one being cruel, I think, is the one in that log just now, who is, I think, her adopted mother.
Yes, not you. The person who did the drastic measures.
Hyuna doesn't have anything personally against Mute. Well, okay, so I'm gonna, I guess, point out here. She's talking about how cruel the mother-in-law was, or not mother-in-law, the adoptive mother was, but actually, it's the father's idea, and it's the father who I think is gonna do it, so.
Yeah. I hate her. I don't care if she's long dead. I don't care if I was the one who did it. I still hate her. I hate her, 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 I hate her!
Oops, her 16-year-old should.
Yeah. Oh jeez, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to work myself up like that. It's just, you don't pity her, do you?
Nope.
No! Good. Me neither. That's what I had to live with. Reading what she wrote, she honestly believed that. Just reminds me of how I thought I was getting a message being like, why are you yelling I hate her? Instead I got a message, hey, that's rude if you want it. Just reminds me of how much I ended up thinking. How I completely gave up and believed her attitude. She tried to wear me down. She succeeded. She doesn't deserve pity. And I didn't deserve what she did to me. I just could never forgive her ever. I'm really glad you understand. Sorry, I've calmed down now. It's just hard to think about even now. I really do hate her. I can tell from how many times you said, I hate her.
But she didn't give us the explanation. So I guess we'll show her this one.
Get food real quick.
Okay. I'll wait on that screen. Well, I guess y'all have already talked about Animal Crossing. Not sure what else to talk about to fill in the time in between, but I hope everyone's staying safe and okay. Not as entertaining on my own as Sharky, sorry. I don't know if I would be called the calming side to this stream. Pretty sure Sharky would not agree to calling me the calming side.
Wait. What calm part of the stream? Wait, what's happening?
Oh, I said sorry I'm not as entertaining on my own as Sharky.
Am I entertaining? Am I entertaining?
Am I calming?
I don't know.
You're more entertaining than me. I was like, you already talked about Animal Crossing. I don't know what else to say.
Did you listen in the Friday stream? The first part of it?
Nope.
I was so like, oh hey, like what's up? Like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. And just either mentioning the game or just tangenting everywhere.
I mean, yeah, that's how you entertain people.
Is it though?
That sounds more entertaining than me going, I don't know what to talk about because you already talked about Animal Crossing. So hope everyone's staying, safe and okay.
Talk about your life.
My life?
Mm-hmm.
What's in my life? Death.
Two sides of one coin. The funny thing is, at one of my jobs, I got called to decaf her.
Yes. As I drink my coffee.
Despair, we're not playing that dating sim.
What? You want to play that one?
I could eventually play a Danganronpa again.
Does that count as a dating sim? Does it count as enough of one for us to play it on here at least?
Let me Google, is Danganronpa a dating sim?
There's a despair dating sim? Not exactly. It's not exactly a dating sim.
No,
but...
it's not exactly a dating sim, but after you make friends with a bunch of people...
I want to say that it seems like a dating sim the way Persona would get called a dating sim.
Which sometimes Persona is called a dating sim.
Yes. Some people will call it that, but it's not outright a dating sim, and that's not the main genre of it. It's just, there are dating elements. There's a lot of games like that.
Yeah, there are
Technically, you could say the same shit of like Dragon Age and that kind of thing.
Yeah. At the end, if at the end of the route you get the person's underwear as a reward.
Ew. Ew.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Gross.
But the main focus is a trial of murder. Of her own free will. I can't believe she actually said that. It's wrong. It's completely wrong. Can't believe she could have possibly thought that. Just unbelievable. Yeek. Fair.
I mean, really? Their underwear? Ew.
Yes.
Oh.
You get their underwear. It's a thing. I don't know why.
See, I don't get it. Like, even when you have sex with someone, you're probably not taking their underwear with you. Like, what the fuck? That's just creepy.
That would be the weirdest, like, thing. To be like, we had sex, hand it over. Why?
Oh, I mean, I'm just imagining, like, oh, they had sex and then they, like, stole it afterwards? Like, they just picked it up off wherever and, like, took it with them and stole it? Like, that's not what you do. That sounds really gross.
Yeah. Which one did you show her for that?
That was the piece at last. Since she didn't give us anything at drastic measures. Maybe we have to hit the other thing for drastic measures.
What other thing?
Are you just showing that or they left it behind? But, like, that requires that they just, like, forgot their underwear.
When the whole thing is they're stuck in school.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, okay, you did the thing and then you, like, forgot your underwear somewhere? Like, who forgets their underwear?
Maybe if you're really trying to rush out the door?
But, like, you still have to put on your clothes. Aren't you gonna notice if you're, like, putting on your pants or something, you don't have underwear on? I never understood that.
Some people probably do it.
I don't get it. But then I guess I don't get hookups either.
Yeah. Neither do I.
Should we show her the other option on, or click the other option on showing her this where it's like, oh, do you just want to see more from her? Let's try it. See if she even gives. Oh, wait. That's new.
There was one big fight I had with her. The one that changed everything. The one I finally lost. My diary makes it sound really dramatic. I know, I was young at the time, but it really was. Just read it. It's exactly how it went.
Oh boy. I guess that means you're reading it, but oh wait, no, it's before, so okay.
Can I finish eating this one thing first?
Yep.
But no, I brought that up because despair and the whole thing about the thing is despair, so.
Despair. Despair.
It is an okay game that made me cry once or twice.
An okay game, you say?
It made me cry once or twice. There were some things that hit me pretty hard.
How did I end up playing that game?
I think you might have finished the first chapter at most.
2 hours.
You might not have even finished the first chapter. No, 2 hours you didn't finish even the first chapter. I don't even think at that point you might have just gotten to the first death.
I think that was about right. Yeah, I played a little bit of it, but I couldn't really get into it.
Which the first death is very obvious. And the first trial is very obvious.
Yeah, I couldn't really get very into it, so like...
Yeah, no, I get that.
If we play it on the stream, it'll have to be you.
The third game I literally put down for an entire month after the first chapter. It pissed me off.
Oh.
It made me so basically they set up an expectation, they subverted that expectation, and I hated they subverted it.
Oh?
I will say when we're off stream if you don't care about the spoiler.
Yeah, you can tell me off stream.
Dear Diary, everything managed to spiral out of control so quickly today. I wasn't planning on it happening this way, but here's the point where I make my stand, I guess. It sounds dramatic, but I won't just let them marry me off to some stranger. I won't. I won't let them. Just before dinner yesterday, Mother told me that I had to go do an interview with some man. The Emperor, I guess. For all I care. The way she put it was, I'd get a chance to see that he's a man you could fall in love with, or something stupid like that. As if, I said in response, and I spent the rest of the evening thinking about what I could possibly do to make it clear I wouldn't let them do this. This morning, after breakfast, sister-in-law showed up in my room. Good morning, she said. Today's a big day for you, isn't it? Mother-in-law wanted me to help you get dressed and all made up. You'll want to make a good first impression after all. I glared at her and summoned up all my courage. No, I said. What? She asked. No, I'm not going. She left and Mother herself came in. This was it, I told myself. This was the big moment. I'm not going, I said, before she could say anything. Not going to get dressed up, not going to meet him, I'm definitely not going to get married, I shouted. For a moment, she said nothing and didn't move. Then she left too, without saying a word. I thought that would feel good, but it didn't. It just made me worry more. Couldn't have possibly won that easily, I thought, and I hadn't, of course. After a few minutes, she returned with Father, who looked incredibly angry. Minjun?
Minjun.
Minjun says you're refusing to get ready for your interview, he said. Yeah, I stammered, not used to talking to him. I won't go and I won't get married. He walked over in just 2 strides and glared at me for a second. I had no idea what he was going to do. Then he slapped me in the face, so hard that it knocked me over. Yes, you will, he said. Drag you there kicking and screaming if I have to. My face in so much pain, forced myself to sit back up.
Well, they did reference it in the previous one.
Yeah.
That he had hit her. But yeah.
This isn't the drastic measures.
This isn't even the drastic measures. This is the one that comes before the drastic measures. So,
I won't, I said, bracing myself for if he hit me again. He did. Yes, you will, he said. I couldn't keep this up. It already hurt so much. I couldn't just brave that out. Then it came to me. If you make me do the interview, I said, I'll tell the Emperor that you're conspiring behind his back. Oh no. Oh no.
oh no.
It was all I could think of, and all I could do was cross my fingers and hope that the threat worked. It had to. He glared at me, and in that moment, I knew it worked. The two of them looked at each other, and then they both left together. That was 3 hours ago. I don't know what's going to happen now, and I think my face is swollen. It still hurts. I didn't want it to go that way. So that's me making my stand.
Well,
And then they went to the Emperor, said she got sick, sorry. And then drastic measures were talked about.
mm-hmm. Should we show her this?
Yeah. Go for it. I'll get to that. But for now, please, just look at everything else first. What else?
Everything else.
What else? Did something get added in another block?
Block index. Oh, wrong thing. Should we show her a different one? Let's just show her this one so that she can be mad at her insulting her parents.
I don't think there's anything more to be said about my mother. She was cruel. That's all there is to know.
Wonder maybe if we show her drastic measures again?
Maybe.
Nope.
Did we...
We've shown her piece at last.
Did we show her mother? Or the Nightmarish Bride might do the same thing.
I think we showed her mother.
New anxiety? You know, I never did like her. When I woke up, she was just this awful person who kept saying the most awful things. Never as bad as mother, but still. I didn't read any of her letters when I was alive, of course. But you know what really surprised me? She made such an awful impression on my life. I hated her the most for so long. And she barely even ever mentioned me. All my suffering, just a minor distraction to her. Nothing more. Insignificant compared to her man. Dad slapped.
Yes, the dad slapped her. And she's saying all these things about how much she hates the mom or the sister-in-law and whatever.
Yeah.
She's not talking about how she hates the dad.
Yeah, so sister-in-law came in, made a fit. Mother came in, made a fit. Father came in, made a fit, slapped. Threatened, walked away.
And then discuss drastic measures.
Yeah, There's one more from her that you should read. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about her. There's just one thing that I keep thinking, though. Just one thing. I have no idea what her name was. To you, sister-in-law. To us, this guy's wife.
Dearest mother, today the pale bride finally left home to live with her new husband. As she isn't a primary wife, there was no fanfare or ceremony for her departure itself, so instead last night we had a special big feast to commemorate. I know I have said bad things about her before, but it's not just that I was happy to see her gone. She's been better since mother and father-in-law managed to get her to keep quiet. The thought of it still leaves me really uncomfortable. She was always just a confused child. I hate the fact that the family considers her so important and neglects my husband, and I certainly hate her for not appreciating that status and fighting it. But the fact that she doesn't understand the world, I can feel for that. It's not like I always understand myself. Regardless, it went very well, The big feast was my idea, and she was happy to help with the cooking. Earlier, she had spent the afternoon getting ready the dress she was going to wear when she arrived with mother-in-law, and she seemed rather anxious about it. While we cooked, I opened the wine early and poured it for her. I think she needed it. At 16 years old. 15? I don't know when her birthday is. I told her the same story I told you a while ago, about how scared I was when I first moved in. It seems as though it was a lifetime ago, and yet, despite all the strangeness, I have grown so accustomed to it. You'll eventually grow to love him, I promised her, just as you promised me all those years ago. Appreciate how good you'll have it. It's, you know what? It's 5 o'clock now.
What are you talking about? It's 8 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock for Hack, because it's 5 o'clock for me. Although I had, between me and my roommate, like a bottle and a half of wine yesterday, because we were so stressed from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Really?
Well, you know the motorcycle battle thing?
Mm-hmm.
There's a really hard battle in there. So we were so stressed. So both of us ran through like an entire glass of wine each just during that. Anyway, Hyune would like to say something.
Sorry, I'm just finishing up my dinner.
That's fine.
So you can't yell at me to eat.
I mean, I'm glad you're eating.
You've read almost everything now. If I haven't proven myself yet, well, there's just one more thing. I don't think you'll be surprised. You seem smart. I'm sure you've already guessed what it is.
What's your guess?
I don't want to make a guess. I actually don't want to make a guess. Still, go ahead. Ask it. Ask me the obvious question. I guess we have to go into the log and show her the drastic measures to ask what are the drastic measures.
Keep hitting 6 instead. Well, I'll also read the drastic measures once it,
How did the big fight end? That's what you're asking, right? Or maybe you're asking, how did it change everything? How is that the most important thing? Maybe you want to know how bad it could have been, that it made me think the whole family deserved to die.
But you killed a lot more than just the family.
Uh-huh. Well, if you haven't already guessed, here's my last diary entry. I can't say it myself.
Do you want to read it, or should I?
I can't bring myself to, even now. Please, just read it. I saw that. So what? What'd you say? It's the Pale Bride, so technically I should read it.
Okay. Do you have a drink on hand?
Should but I'm not a really big fan of drinking the Captain Morgan a lot.
I mean, do you have a mixer? Actually, it's, we're probably going to want to stop right after this, so maybe pull out a drink.
No, I don't have a mixer.
Don't you and your roommate always have, like, Coke on hand?
We don't.
Wait, really?
We don't.
Really?
Yes.
But he threw such a fit about it when you visited.
We don't have any.
Is it... Wait, why? Why? How? Why? Whoa.
'Cause we don't have any.
Did he stop drinking? Like...
He stopped majorly drinking sodas.
Wow.
I drink some, but
What else do you have to drink at home?
I've been drinking water. Like today, I've drunk only water.
Okay, but like, what else do you have?
Water. I think there might be like some sodas that he got when he was on vacation that he's never opened. But
that
like,
he will get pissy about if you open. Is that it?
I don't actually like the taste of it. And this is me, the person with no taste buds.
Who somehow dislikes a lot of foods, though.
I personally had a bit and I didn't really like it. And yes, he would probably get pretty pissy if I drank some. Even though I think he's had it for like a year or year and a half.
Oh my god.
And he hasn't drank it. Other than that, there might be a bottle of wine downstairs. That's really about it.
You know, we're probably gonna stop after this, because we're far enough, probably. So,
Yeah.
maybe don't get a drink, I guess, but,
No, I might need one.
buckle up. Buckle in.
And the store's closed that I can get to. Dear Diary, the evening where everything... Oh, it's 4 pages. That's not the worst, but it's also pretty bad. How responsible? To which part? Not drinking, stopping this, or having no soda and drinking water?
Probably either not drinking or not drinking soda. Or just drinking water all day.
Yeah.
Water.
The evening where everything went wrong, where I thought I was going to win with my adopted parents. Ooh, did they immediately come back and do this?
Not immediately.
Well, I didn't. I lost. Making my stand, I wrote, just hours before it happened. Yeah, right. When I got called into the kitchen, they were both there. On one of the stove burners, there was a knife. I thought it was a little bit odd, but didn't care. Father stared at me and said, the fighting needs to end now. He was so sure of himself. Of course he was. He had every reason to be, but I stubbornly stood my ground. I said no. I don't want to hurt you, he lied. Just promise to be less argumentative, and this can end peacefully. But I just had to fight back. I just had to say no. I just had to remind him I wasn't joking. I really will tell the Emperor that you hurt me, and that you plotted against him. No, he said, you won't. He motioned at Mother and said, bring her over. She grabbed me, and I tried to dig my feet in, but it didn't work. Then Father pinned me against the wall with his whole body, and I kicked and screamed, desperately trying to get free, but it was no use. He was big, and I was small, and sick, and weak, and frail. Then he grabbed a knife from the stove, and I shrieked in horror. I'm tearing up a little bit.
I asked you if you really wanted to be the one to read this.
I'm going to continue. Just know, I might be cry-talking. No,
In character, I guess.
Yeah, don't. But then Mother grabbed my mouth and held it open. I tried to keep screaming, but I was powerless and terrified. When he raised the knife towards me, I thought he was going to kill me. It was worse. Next thing I know, I could taste disgusting flesh as he stuck his finger in my mouth and pulled. I'm sorry, Mother said. Then briefly I could taste steel. Then nothing but blood. All I could taste was so much blood. Nothing but blood. Finally, they both let go of me and I collapsed onto the floor. Why, I wanted to say, but couldn't. I blacked out from the pain after that. But just before I did, I could swear I heard Father say, he will not ever argue with any man again. He was right, of course.
Well, here we are.
Gosh.
You okay?
Yeah. Just, tearing up massively. Because I feel for her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Again, doesn't excuse murdering an entire society.
Of innocent people, in addition to the ones that she was mad at.
I wouldn't have felt bad if she just stabbed her parents through the throat.
Yes, Malik. Oh my god.
Yeah. Can we show it to her before we end? I kind of just want to see her response. That's why I gave up. That's why I wanted to kill them so much. Sorry, it's really hard to talk about. It's just, I'll try. I'm sorry. Do you understand now? You don't have to forgive me. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I'm not asking you to think it was right. Just, please, tell me you understand now. Tell me, if you suffered what I did, that you wouldn't do the same thing. Please, won't you at least tell me that much? Again, my problem with the binary. I understand you killed your parents.
I understand that she was 16 and wasn't really thinking about all of the others.
Yeah.
Yes, that was pretty graphic.
If I was 16 and went through that...
That feels like it is the entire world.
I would
especially
understand.
Especially because she didn't have anyone to go to. And how could she if she can't?
Yeah.
If she's not allowed to read and write, and if she doesn't know anyone to talk to, and now can't talk.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't as if... Wait, you do understand? I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that... Being 16, being so alone in the world, being so beaten down...
Being literally, silenced. And married off against your will. Separated from everything you've ever known.
And then just for her father to come in and be like, you grew up to be such a perfect child. No.
Well, having been so broken down as to have forgotten what all that... I mean, this is like a year and a half or something before she did that.
That happened 3-7. Everyone died 3-4. It's a little bit less than a year later, everyone died.
Wait, which year was this, though?
That was 321. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if in a year you get broken down so completely that you actually forget, and then this man has the audacity to remind you and thank you for it and be so proud of you, and to come to that realization that this is what they've done to you in that time. That
a lot of
in that year you've been so broken down. Yeah. I mean, this whole thing is traumatic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, wait, if I was in a similar situation, would I do it? Yeah, no. I probably would do the exact same thing. I probably would not be in the right frame of mind and I would do the exact same thing. Murder probably everyone.
Especially as a 16-year-old.
Especially as a 16-year-old. Where you're a teenager. You already don't think correctly.
Everything feels bigger. Everything feels scarier. Your world is the entire world to you.
Yeah.
And this is your world.
And especially coming from somebody who was...
used to having freedom and stuff.
13 when they used to have freedom, got suspended because of a sickness and woke up to this.
And with no cure for that illness either.
So she was dead within 2 years anyway.
She was dying. I mean, she says she didn't even have the strength to pick up the knife to attack him.
Yeah. I mean, thank you. Thank you so much. I was so terrified that you wouldn't after all that. I'm so happy. That's just wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that is such an ending.
Well,
Ugh.
save. We got 10% from that.
10% when we skipped like 40%.
Oh, yeah. We skipped a
an
lot.
entire person. Yeah, oh man, that it's gonna be a bit.
For that matter, we could go back into this file, find all of the IDs of Mute's questions, and bring them to her one by one.
Yeah, we could.
Although at this point, maybe we couldn't because we already answered the stuff. But, you know, in a new file, we could try that.
Wow.
But anyway.
Thanks.
So that's that. I guess that's where we're ending today.
Thanks for making it through that.
Thanks for joining us for trauma.
I wouldn't.
Yay, cool stream, guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if you guys would be like, yeah, no, I don't want to join again for this. That hurt.
I mean, that's not the first time we've been on a stream where I was like, oh, that one hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
Thanks.
that's it. Thanks for joining. Bye.
Bye.